space race. We did Rice University yesterday. Our objective that you should be successful at by the end of this lesson is I can summarize concepts by explaining Kennedy's reasons for space exploration and provide evidence of those reasons from primary source materials. So we have done a lot of primary source analysis the past few weeks. We're going to do a little bit more today. I'm expecting the same thing, a lot of critical thinking, a lot of good answers. I know you guys are very capable of this work. So the packet, we're going to start with the right away, and then we're going to do a little bit of reading if you follow along on the agenda. And then we're going to move into the primary source activity. The primary sources are all in this packet. So a little bit of background on the space race. And then we're going to look at a letter from Mary Lou Retler, who was a young girl in the 60s who wrote to President Kennedy. And then the response from his Deputy Special Counsel, which is the other primary source we're going to look at. And then you guys are going to be completing a graphic organizer, which again, you guys should be very familiar with. We've done this a few different times. And then our very last activity, which will be your ticket to leave today, is some writing. You're just going to do a very short open response. 5 minutes up, please answer. I will walk around if you guys need help. Raymond, do you have a question?
Oh yeah, I was asking if this would have been evidence. Cool.
You don't have your copy.
Are we going by this?
No, it's the Rice University person's.
You're not right now, Wilson?
Yeah, I got the papers.
Thank you.
What?
Most likely, yeah.
No, do you have your reading from yesterday?
I don't want him to say that to me. He was so racist. Like, I wouldn't even think of him.
This is I should hear pencils, not voices. Thank you. All right, who has an answer to my right away?
Eliana has an answer, but I can't read that.
Okay, would you mind sharing that answer with us? So Kayliana wrote that Kennedy's most convincing reason for space exploration. Who has a copy of the speech? I gave mine out.
I got.
Thank you, Caitlin. So Kayliana wrote that Kennedy's most convincing reason for space exploration can be found on the second page. If you follow along, for those who have the packet, can you open up to the second page, please, and follow along with this evidence? Thank you. It can be found in the 5th paragraph down, halfway through. He says, "For the eyes of the world now look into space, to the moon, and to the planets beyond, and we have vowed that we shall not see it governed by a hostile flag of conquest, but by a banner of freedom and peace. We have vowed that we shall not see space filled with weapons of mass destruction, but with instruments of knowledge and understanding." So Kayliana goes on to say, in her response, that Kennedy thought this was a reason to go into space so that the USSR could not put nuclear weapons into space. Thank you, Kayliana. So as part of our videos class today, yesterday we watched, for Raymond and the one who weren't here yesterday, we watched the actual footage of Kennedy's Rice University speech from 1962. This is just a 2.5-minute video of like his quick hits, just to remind you guys of what we'll be talking about.
choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
So did Kennedy get what he was hoping for? Did we get to space within that decade? Yeah, thank you. The answer is right there. We just made it right before 1970. So July 20th, 1969. Can someone name the 3 astronauts? If anyone has eyes, they can see that the hint is right in this room.
Michael Collins, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin.
Give us time, jeez.
Thank you, Keisha.
Some of us don't have glasses.
All right.
Why was
So-
I thinking Neil Armstrong?
Just said that.
Why were you
Just
thinking
said
Neil
that.
Armstrong?
Yeah.
Because that was one of the.
I was thinking.
That's the correct answer, Mom.
I was scared to say something.
They just said Lance Armstrong.
All right, expectations for today and with this packet. I realize that you guys are tired from MCAS, I appreciate that. But I really would like you to push yourself and do some critical thinking. So start off, read this historical background and context, which carries on into this pretty neat article on the second page. And some of Kennedy's Rice University speeches here on the gray bar. And then, this is the primary source analysis. Can anyone tell me what the expectations are for primary sources? What am I looking for?
Evidence.
Evidence, so for your writing, yes. What have I been talking about? What did we just talk about yesterday with Rice University? What do I ask you to do for every primary source? Can you repeat that? To highlight and annotate, thank you. I have highlighters right up here on the front desk. Take your pencil, right on the side if you, thoughts, reflections, observations. Same with the next primary source. And then we will use that for these primary sources for the graphic organizer. I'm only looking for 2 paragraphs, but I am looking for evidence. This will be counted as a grade. So this will be your ticket out of the room today. I completed 2 paragraphs, excuse me. Yeah. Does anyone have questions? Alright, we're gonna do this for about 35 minutes, so I will put 35 minutes on the timer. I'll be around if you guys have questions, but grab yourself a highlighter. I do have dictionaries too, if you feel like you need them. But please get started. Alright, so now that everyone has a completed graphic organizer, I'm gonna do the last 15 minutes on the clock and 2 paragraphs, please. Remember the essential question and the evidence you've been looking for in the primary sources. Read the prompt before you start writing. And make sure you have a firm argument. I realize 2 paragraphs is very short, but you need your argument and you need your evidence. I am solely looking just for 2 paragraphs, so you'll need to be very concise. We'll start with the 15 minutes. If you don't finish this will be homework tonight. You will take this packet with you. I will only be accepting it tomorrow and tomorrow only. So do not try to hand it in to me on Friday because I will not be taking it for a grade. So do what you can in class today, and then the rest is for homework. Just as a reminder, guys, your grade will focus more on your critical thinking than your grammar and your sentence structure. I'll be looking more for your argument and your evidence. for your work today. Before you leave, the bell's just about to ring. Please drop your highlighters in the bin. If you finish your response, drop it on the desk here. If not, like I said, it will be homework, so take it with you.
I'm gonna do my